Learn English naturally, just by watching.
Let's improve your English together, one real-life video at a time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English with me. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jacob. It's great to have you with us today.
So if you're new here, this is a podcast where we just chat about everyday life in English. We keep it simple, natural, and conversational, just like two friends talking.
Exactly. And today we're talking about something we both do pretty often, eating at restaurants. It's one of those everyday things that everyone can relate to.
I love this topic. Food is always a good conversation starter, right? And restaurants, well, I have to admit, I really enjoy trying new places.
Yeah, I know you do. Me, I'm more of a stick-to-what-I-know kind of guy. Give me a burger and fries and I'm happy.
We're very different that way, but that's what makes it interesting. So let's dive in and talk about our experiences, our favorite meals, what we like and don't like about dining out, all of that.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
So, Jacob, when was the last time you went to a restaurant?
Let me think. Probably last weekend. My sister was in town, so we went out for brunch. Nothing fancy, just a little cafe near my place.
Oh, nice. What did you have?
Pancakes, like a huge stack of them with maple syrup and bacon on the side. Super simple, but really good.
That sounds delicious. I love a good brunch. For me, I went out just 2 days ago. There's this new Thai place that opened downtown, and I had to check it out.
Of course you did. You're always trying new places. How was it?
It was amazing. I got this green curry with chicken, and it had just the right amount of spice. And the atmosphere was so nice. They had these little lanterns everywhere, really cozy.
See, that's the thing. You care about the atmosphere and all that. For me, as long as the food's good and it's not too loud, I'm fine.
Really? The atmosphere doesn't matter to you at all?
I mean, it's nice if it's pleasant, but I'm not going to choose a restaurant just because it looks cool. I'd rather have great food in a plain-looking place than average food in a fancy setting.
Fair enough. For me, though, it's part of the whole experience. When I go out, I want it to feel special, different from eating at home. The lighting, the music, how the table is set, it all adds to it.
I get that. I think I just don't go out to eat as often as you do. So when I do, I'm pretty focused on the food itself.
That makes sense. So what kind of food do you usually order when you do go out?
Honestly, I'm pretty boring. I usually go for something I know I'll like. Burgers, pizza, pasta, maybe a steak if it's a nicer place. Nothing too adventurous.
You say boring, but those are all great choices. There's nothing wrong with sticking to the classics.
What about you? I bet you're the type to order something you've never heard of before.
You know me too well. Yeah, I love trying new things. If I see something on the menu that sounds interesting or a little unusual, I'll go for it, even if I'm not sure what it is.
And what if you don't like it?
Then at least I tried it. I'd rather take the chance and discover something amazing than play it safe and never know. Plus, it makes for a good story either way.
I respect that, but I don't think I could do it. I hate wasting money on food I don't enjoy. If I'm paying for a meal, I want to know I'm going to like it.
That's totally fair. We all have different approaches. Do you ever ask the waiter or waitress for recommendations?
Sometimes, yeah, especially if I'm at a new place and I'm not sure what to get. I'll ask what's popular or what they recommend. How about you?
I do that a lot, actually. I think servers usually know what's really good, and if they're excited about a dish, that's a good sign. I also like to ask about the chef's specials.
Yeah, the specials can be hit or miss, but when they're good, they're really good.
Exactly. Speaking of ordering, do you ever have trouble deciding what to get? Like when everything on the menu looks good?
Not really, because I usually already have an idea of what I want before I even sit down. But I know people who take forever to decide. My friend Emily, she'll read the entire menu 3 times and still can't make up her mind.
You know me too well. Yeah, I do take my time with the menu. There's so much to consider. Flavors, portions, whether I want something light or filling.
See, I just go with my gut. First thing that sounds good, I order it, done.
That's probably less stressful. Okay, here's a question. What's your all-time favorite restaurant meal? Like, if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's easy. There's this burger place near where I grew up. I've been going there since I was a kid. They make this bacon cheeseburger with these crispy onion rings on top, and it's just perfect. I could eat that every day and never get tired of it.
That sounds incredible. I love when a place has that one thing they just do perfectly.
What about you? What's your go-to?
This is tough because I love so many different things. But if I had to choose, there's this Italian restaurant I go to sometimes, and they make this risotto with mushrooms and truffle oil. It's so creamy and rich, and the flavors are just wow.
Okay, now I'm hungry.
Me too. We probably should have eaten before recording this.
Seriously. All right, let's talk about the whole dining experience. Do you prefer going out with a group of people or just one or two friends?
I like both, but for different reasons. With a big group, it's more lively and fun. Everyone's talking and laughing, and you can share dishes and try a bit of everything. But sometimes it gets chaotic, like trying to split the bill at the end.
Oh man, splitting the bill with a big group is the worst. There's always someone who didn't bring cash or someone who ordered way more than everyone else.
Exactly. That's why I usually prefer smaller groups. 2 to 4 people is ideal. You can actually have a conversation, and the bill is easier to figure out.
I'm with you on that. I'd much rather go out with 1 or 2 close friends than a huge group. It's more relaxed.
Do you ever go to restaurants by yourself?
Not really. I mean, I'll grab takeout or eat at a fast food place alone, but sitting down at a restaurant by myself, that feels a little weird to me.
I used to feel that way too, but now I actually really enjoy it. I'll bring a book or just people watch. It's kind of peaceful.
Maybe I should try it sometime. I just feel like everyone's looking at me like, why is that guy eating alone?
I promise you, no one's paying that much attention. Everyone's too focused on their own food and conversations. You should give it a shot.
Maybe. We'll see. Okay, what about tipping? How do you decide how much to tip?
Oh, that's a good question. I usually do around 15 to 20%, depending on the service. If the server was really friendly and attentive, I'll go higher. If the service was kind of slow or not great, maybe closer to 15%.
Same here. I think 18 to 20% is pretty standard where I live. But yeah, if someone goes above and beyond, I'll leave more.
It's funny how tipping culture is so different in different countries. Some places don't tip at all, and in others, it's expected.
Yeah, I've heard that in some European countries, tipping isn't really a thing because servers get paid a living wage. That makes more sense to me, honestly.
Agreed. But here, we tip, so that's just how it is. All right, let's talk about bad experiences. Have you ever had a really terrible meal at a restaurant?
Oh yeah, there was this one time I ordered a steak and it came out completely overcooked. Like I asked for medium rare and it was practically gray inside.
Oh no! Did you send it back?
I did, yeah. And the server was really apologetic, so they made me a new one, but by the time it came out, everyone else at the table was almost done eating. It kind of ruined the whole experience.
That's the worst. I hate when that happens. I had something similar once. I ordered this pasta dish and it was just bland. No flavor at all. Like they forgot to add salt or something.
Did you say anything?
I didn't, actually. I kind of regret that. I don't know. I felt awkward. I should have said something, though. I basically paid for a meal I didn't enjoy.
I think it's totally okay to speak up if something's not right. I mean, you're paying for it. The restaurant would probably rather know than you leave unhappy.
You're right. I'll try to be better about that in the future. What about really good experiences? Any meals that just blew you away?
Actually, yeah. For my birthday last year, my girlfriend took me to this steakhouse. It was kind of fancy, not the type of place I'd normally go to, but wow, the food was incredible. Every single thing we ordered was perfect.
That sounds amazing. Special occasions really do make restaurant meals more memorable, don't they?
For sure. What about you? Any standout meals?
Oh, definitely. When I was traveling in Japan a few years ago, I went to this tiny sushi restaurant. It only had like 8 seats, and the chef made everything right in front of you. It was one of the best meals I've ever had. So fresh, so beautifully presented.
That sounds like an experience, not just a meal.
Exactly. That's what I love about trying new restaurants. It's not just about the food, it's the whole experience. The people, the setting, the culture, all of it.
I can see why you're always looking for new places to try. For me, though, I'm happy with my burger place.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, sometimes the simple, familiar places are the best. Like, I have this little cafe near my apartment where I get breakfast sometimes. It's nothing fancy, but the coffee is always good and the staff knows my order by heart.
That's the best feeling, being a regular somewhere. You walk in and they're like, the usual?
Yes, it makes you feel at home. Okay, here's another question. Do you ever look at reviews before trying a new restaurant?
Always. I'm not going to waste my time and money on a place that has terrible reviews. I'll check out a few different sites, see what people are saying.
Same here, although I try not to take them too seriously. Some people leave bad reviews for silly reasons, like the parking was hard to find or they didn't have my favorite drink.
Yeah, you have to read between the lines. I usually look at the overall rating and focus on reviews that talk about the food and service.
Smart. I also like looking at photos people post. If the food looks good in the pictures, that's usually a good sign.
True, although sometimes those photos can be misleading, like the lighting makes it look way better than it actually is.
Fair point. Do you ever leave reviews yourself?
Not really. I keep meaning to, but I never get around to it. What about you?
I do sometimes, especially if I had a really great experience or a really bad one. I figure it helps other people make better decisions.
That's true. I should probably start doing that. All right, let's talk about delivery and takeout. Do you order in a lot?
Oh yeah, probably more than I should. It's just so convenient, especially on busy weeknights when I don't feel like cooking.
Same. I probably order takeout 2 or 3 times a week. Chinese food is my go-to.
For me, it's usually Thai or Indian, something with a lot of flavor, you know?
Definitely. Do you prefer delivery or picking it up yourself?
It depends. Delivery is nice because I don't have to leave the house, but it can take a while, and sometimes the food gets a little cold by the time it arrives. If the restaurant is close, I'll usually just pick it up.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Plus, picking it up is usually cheaper. You don't have to pay the delivery fee or tip the driver.
True, although I do appreciate delivery drivers. They're out there in all kinds of weather bringing us our food.
Oh, for sure. I always tip them well. Okay, last question before we wrap up. If you could only eat at one type of restaurant for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, that's tough. I think I'd have to say Italian. There's so much variety. Pizza, pasta, risotto, seafood. I'd never get bored.
Good choice. For me, probably American food. Burgers, barbecue, fried chicken, all the comfort food.
I love that. Comfort food really does hit different sometimes.
Absolutely. All right, I think that's a good place to stop. We've covered a lot.
We really have. And now I'm definitely going out to eat tonight.
So, that's it for today's episode of English with Me. Thanks so much for listening, everyone.
We hope you enjoyed our conversation about eating at restaurants, and we hope it helped you practice your English listening skills in a fun, natural way.
If you have any topics you'd like us to talk about in future episodes, feel free to let us know. We love hearing from you.
And don't forget, practicing English is all about consistency. Even just listening to conversations like this one can help you improve over time.
Exactly. So keep listening, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
See you soon.